My beloved child. There are moments in life when a simple conversation reveals more than years of silence ever could. Today's message is about one of those moments. Listen carefully, because something huge is waiting for you. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Every word in this message is connected to the title, and every detail is leading toward a revelation that may completely change the way you see your situation. A night came when your person was sitting with their brother, sharing stories, memories, and thoughts that had been locked away for a long time. At first, the conversation seemed ordinary. It moved from one topic to another, touching on everyday things. But then your name entered the discussion. The atmosphere changed. The energy shifted. Suddenly, what started as a casual exchange became a conversation neither of them expected to have. Your person became unusually quiet when your name was mentioned. Their brother noticed it immediately. Have you ever seen someone try to hide a smile but fail? That was the kind of reaction being noticed. Their brother looked closely and realized that your presence carried more weight than anyone had imagined. And what happened next is the reason you are here today. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Their brother began talking about your house. Not in a negative way. Not in a judgmental way. But in a way that surprised your person completely. The brother said that there was something unique about the energy surrounding the place you call home. According to him, some houses feel empty no matter how beautiful they are, while others feel warm no matter how simple they appear. He said your house carried a feeling that people rarely forget once they experience it. Those words struck your person deeply. Why? Because your person had secretly been thinking the exact same thing. For a long time, they had noticed small details about your environment, your habits, and the way you create comfort around you. They never spoke about it openly. Yet hearing someone else recognize it made those feelings stronger than ever before. The conversation could have ended there. But it did not. The brother then mentioned your face. And that is where everything changed. He did not speak about appearances in the ordinary way people usually do. Instead, he talked about expression. He talked about presence. He talked about the feeling that comes from looking into someone's eyes and sensing sincerity. The brother said something that caught your person completely off guard. He said that your face carries a story. Not a story of perfection. Not a story of being flawless. But a story of experience, kindness, resilience, and authenticity. Your person immediately stopped talking. Because those words reflected emotions they had never fully admitted, even to themselves. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the conversation continued, the brother began pointing out things your person had never mentioned before. He noticed the way your name seemed to appear naturally in conversations. He noticed how your person became more attentive whenever you were discussed. He noticed the difference in their voice. The difference in their energy. And then he asked a question. A question that created complete silence. What exactly is it about this person that stays on your mind? The room became quiet. The answer did not come immediately. Your person hesitated. Not because they had nothing to say, but because they had too much to say. Sometimes the deepest feelings are the hardest to explain. Your person searched for the right words. They tried to simplify it. They tried to make it sound ordinary. But the truth refused to become ordinary. Because what they felt could not be explained with a single sentence. The brother noticed that struggle. And then he smiled. Because at that moment, he understood something important. He understood that your impact was far greater than anyone realized. Do not skip. The biggest revelation is still ahead. The brother continued speaking and shared an observation that completely surprised your person. He said that people often spend years searching for someone who feels genuine. Someone who feels real. Someone who feels trustworthy. Someone who feels calming. And according to him, you carried those qualities naturally. Those words landed heavily. Not because they were dramatic, but because they were honest. And honesty has a way of reaching places that ordinary words never can. Your person listened carefully. For perhaps the first time, they were hearing someone else describe the exact reasons they felt drawn toward you. The conversation became deeper. More personal. More revealing. The brother then shared a thought that neither of them expected. He said that sometimes people underestimate their own value. Sometimes they do not realize the effect they have on others. Sometimes they walk through life completely unaware of how memorable they are. And according to him, you were one of those people. Your person immediately looked down. Because deep inside, they knew there was truth in those words. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The night continued. The discussion became longer. And with every passing minute, one realization became impossible to ignore. Your person was not simply talking about someone they knew. They were talking about someone who had left a lasting impression. Someone whose presence continued to echo long after conversations ended. Someone whose energy remained in their thoughts even during quiet moments. The brother saw it clearly. Perhaps even more clearly than your person did. And that realization changed the entire direction of the conversation. What happened next will be revealed in the next part. Because the brother eventually said something so unexpected, so surprising, and so unforgettable that your person could not stop thinking about it afterward. Do not skip the next part. Stay till the end of this journey. Because the biggest truth has not been revealed yet. Something huge is waiting for you. A remarkable truth began to unfold as the night grew quieter. The laughter that had filled the room slowly faded, and what remained was something much more powerful, a conversation that neither your person nor their brother would forget. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and what happened next brought a revelation that completely changed the atmosphere. The brother leaned back for a moment and carefully observed your person. He had been watching every reaction, every pause, every smile that appeared whenever your name entered the conversation. By now, he was convinced that there was far more beneath the surface than anyone had admitted. Then he said something that immediately captured your person's attention. He said, "You talk about this person differently." The words sounded simple. Yet they carried extraordinary weight. Your person tried to brush it off. They attempted to change the subject. They laughed and pretended it was nothing important. But their brother was not convinced. He had already noticed too much. He had already connected too many pieces together. And then he continued. He said that whenever your name appeared in conversation, something changed. The expression became softer. The voice became calmer. The focus became sharper. It was as if the entire room disappeared for a moment and only the thought of you remained. Your person became unusually silent. Because deep down, they knew exactly what their brother was talking about. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The brother then brought the conversation back to your house. But this time, he went deeper. He explained that some people create environments that reflect who they truly are. He said that a person's surroundings often reveal details that words never can. According to him, your house reflected warmth, stability, comfort, and care. What surprised your person was not the observation itself. It was how accurate it felt. The brother explained that when someone creates a space that feels welcoming, it usually means they carry that same energy within themselves. He believed that your surroundings reflected your character more than you realized. Those words lingered in the air. And your person could not ignore them. Because they had secretly noticed similar things before. But hearing someone else recognize them made everything feel more real. Do not skip. The most surprising part is still coming. Then the conversation returned to your face once again. The brother explained that people often misunderstand what makes someone unforgettable. He said it is not about perfection. It is not about standing out in obvious ways. It is about authenticity. It is about expressions that reveal sincerity. It is about eyes that seem to carry stories. He said your face had that quality. The kind of quality people remember long after they leave. The kind of quality that remains in someone's thoughts unexpectedly. The kind of quality that cannot be copied. For several seconds, your person said nothing. Because those words mirrored feelings they had quietly carried for a very long time. The brother noticed the silence. And that silence told him everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened next surprised even him. Instead of challenging the observation, your person began opening up in ways they rarely do. Small memories started surfacing. Tiny details about you began appearing in the conversation. Things most people would never remember. A specific smile. A particular expression. A memorable conversation. A moment of kindness. A moment of understanding. A moment when you may not have even realized your impact. The brother listened carefully. And with every new memory, his suspicion became stronger. This was not ordinary admiration. This was not casual interest. This was someone carrying thoughts they could not easily set aside. The brother finally interrupted. And what he said next changed everything. He said, "You remember too much." The room became quiet once again. Because the statement was true. People do not remember tiny details unless those details matter. People do not carry small moments for long periods unless those moments leave a mark. People do not recall specific expressions, conversations, and memories unless someone has become important. Your person realized this. And so did their brother. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The conversation reached a point where pretending became impossible. The brother smiled and shared one final observation. He said that sometimes people spend so much time analyzing their feelings that they fail to recognize the obvious truth standing right in front of them. Sometimes they search for certainty when certainty has already arrived. Sometimes they wait for proof when proof has been present all along. Those words landed directly where they needed to. Your person did not respond immediately. But internally, something shifted. Something became clearer. Something became impossible to ignore. The brother could see it happening. He could see realization beginning to form. And then he asked a question. A question so direct that it completely changed the energy in the room. A question your person was not prepared for. A question that forced them to confront emotions they had been quietly carrying for much longer than they realized. The answer to that question, and the shocking response that followed, is coming in the next part. Stay till the end of this story. Do not skip. Because the biggest revelation has not happened yet. Something huge is waiting for you. An unexpected silence filled the room after the brother asked that question. It was not the kind of silence created by confusion. It was the kind created by realization. Stay till the end. Do not skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and what happened next became the turning point of the entire conversation. The brother looked directly at your person and asked, "If this person means so little, then why do you remember so much?" For a moment, there was no answer. Your person looked away. Not because they wanted to avoid the question. But because the question had reached a place they rarely allowed anyone to see. The room felt different. The conversation felt different. Everything suddenly became more serious. Your person tried to respond with something simple. Something casual. Something that would make the conversation move in another direction. But the words never came out the way they intended. Because deep inside, they knew there was truth hidden inside that question. And truth has a strange way of making itself impossible to ignore. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The brother remained patient. He did not rush. He did not pressure. Instead, he simply waited. Sometimes the strongest answers arrive after silence. And that is exactly what happened. Your person finally admitted something they had never fully expressed before. They admitted that there was something different about you. Something difficult to explain. Something that could not be measured. Something that stayed with them long after conversations ended. The brother nodded immediately. Because he already knew. In fact, he had known for much longer than your person realized. He explained that from the outside, certain things become obvious. Sometimes people around us notice feelings before we notice them ourselves. Sometimes others see patterns that we are too close to recognize. According to him, that was exactly what had happened here. Do not skip. The most surprising revelation is getting closer. The brother began listing examples. He talked about the times your name unexpectedly entered conversations. He talked about the moments your person became more focused when discussing you. He talked about the way they remembered details that most people would forget within days. The evidence continued growing. One observation after another. One memory after another. One realization after another. And with every example, your person became quieter. Not because they disagreed. Because they could not disagree. Everything being said was true. The brother then shared something that completely changed the mood. He said that there are certain people who leave an impression without even trying. They do not demand attention. They do not force themselves into someone's thoughts. Yet somehow they remain there. Days pass. Weeks pass. Sometimes even longer. And still they remain unforgettable. According to him, you were that kind of person. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Those words settled deeply. Your person sat there thinking about every interaction, every conversation, every memory connected to you. Suddenly, things that once seemed small started feeling important. Moments that once appeared ordinary began revealing deeper meaning. The brother could see it happening. He could see understanding forming piece by piece. Then he asked another question. This question was even more powerful than the first. He asked, "What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about them?" Again, silence. Again, reflection. Again, honesty trying to find its way to the surface. The answer eventually arrived. And it surprised even your person. Because instead of mentioning appearances, achievements, or anything superficial, they spoke about how they felt. They spoke about comfort. They spoke about trust. They spoke about familiarity. They spoke about a sense of calm. The brother immediately smiled. Because that answer revealed more than any long explanation ever could. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The conversation had now reached a point where there was no turning back. The truth was becoming clearer. Every question revealed another layer. Every answer uncovered another hidden feeling. The brother leaned forward and shared one final observation before the night changed completely. He said that genuine connections are rare. Many people enter our lives. Many people leave. Many conversations happen. Many memories fade. But occasionally someone arrives who leaves a lasting mark. Someone whose presence feels different. Someone whose energy continues to linger. Someone who becomes impossible to overlook. According to him, your person had already met someone like that. And he believed that person was you. The room became completely silent. Not an uncomfortable silence. A meaningful silence. A silence filled with reflection. A silence filled with realization. A silence filled with truths finally becoming visible. Your person did not argue. They did not laugh. They did not change the subject. Because for the first time, they were allowing themselves to fully consider what their brother had been saying all along. And then something happened that neither of them expected. A memory surfaced. A specific memory. A memory connected to you. A memory so powerful that it instantly changed the direction of the conversation. The moment that memory appeared, your person's expression shifted completely. The brother noticed it immediately. He knew something important had just happened. He knew a major realization was about to emerge. And what that memory revealed shocked even your person. The story behind that memory, and the revelation that followed, is coming in the next part. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Because the biggest truth of all has not been revealed yet. Something huge is waiting for you.